Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Kylie Cosmetics KoKo Collection. This is the second half of the collection. The original KoKo Collection I do have a review on if you guys are interested in that 4-piece lip set. So in this second half of the KoKo Collection, Kylie and Chloe decided to include a face palette. So today's video is going to be on the face palette. I wanted to divide these reviews because I don't want the video to be so extra long. So I will have a video swatching and reviewing the lipsticks. I'm going to do that right after this video, so keep an eye out for that, and I will link it down below when it's ready. But if you guys want to hear my thoughts on the KoKo Collection face palette, then just keep on watching. So the KoKo Collection Pressed Powder Palette is very, very beautiful. It's different than anything I've seen from Kylie Cosmetics so far. This palette did cost $40. It is the same price as the set of lipsticks and a gloss. So I did end up paying $80 total for both halves of the collection, and shipping is free over $40. So if you wanted to buy half of the collection for $40, you would still get free shipping inside the US. So I'm very grateful for the free shipping when it comes to Kylie Cosmetics. And also, this collection in particular came very, very quickly to me. It arrived in less than a week of ordering, so I was very impressed with the shipping time for these. Now, I already swatched this face palette before even jumping on camera because I wanted to have the swatches ready and have my thoughts on how the powders feel. And I will say, these feel totally different than the blushes inside the Valentine's Day palette, and the highlighters even feel different than the highlighters that I own. So I'm not sure if the formula is different or the way that they pressed it is different, but in my opinion, it is very different. The payoff and the pigment is much, much better in this palette, in my opinion. So if you were worried about this having the same texture as the blushes in the Diary palette, it's not, so don't worry about that. We have a blush in the palette. It's a beautiful pinky coral summery blush. It also has a golden sheen to it, so it's not completely matte. This is called Rodeo Drive. And then we have a light white gold highlighter. This is the shade Troop Beverly Hills. And then we have a golden peachy highlight. This is so beautiful. It reminds me of Salted Caramel. And this is the shade 90210. And then we have a bronzer in here. It's a little bit more of a warm bronzer, which I like, and this is the shade Hollywood Boulevard. So I'm going to go ahead and show you these swatched on my arm so you guys can see how it looks on my skin tone. They were very, very pigmented, and the blush was not as chalky as the blush in the Kylie Diary. It was actually very smooth and very pigmented. The highlighters in here did not even remind me of the highlighters, and I like the highlighters, but I think that these are going to be more pigmented. They're definitely more soft feeling, and a lot more comes off onto your finger than with the highlighters. I do have a review on the highlighters if you guys want to check that out. I personally like them, and I did find a nice way to apply them, so check that out if you're having trouble with your highlighters. And then the bronzer in here, I don't think Kylie has come out with any bronzers yet. This is very smooth, very pigmented, and I personally like the color of it. It's a nice warm tone bronzer, and it has a little bit of a golden sheen to it as well. So this palette, in my opinion, would be very beautiful for the summer months that are coming up. So I like that the launch makes sense with the seasons. Sometimes that doesn't happen with Kylie Cosmetics, but this is definitely on trend for the seasons, and I'm really excited to get to using it on my face. And I really like that the palette has a big, large mirror in here, so I will be using the mirror to see what I'm doing today. I really appreciate that. I feel like if it wasn't in there, it would look a little bit more cheap, but there's nothing cheap about this packaging in my opinion. So I have swatched this on my arm, obviously, but I have not used it on my face yet. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I really can't wait to see how I like it on myself. So I'm going to dip into the bronzer first, and I'm going to use my Sigma large angled contour brush. When I pick it up with my contour brush, I do get a little bit of powdery fallout on the powder itself, so that is something you want to be aware of. You might end up depositing too much onto your face, so I'm just going to blow that away and tap off the excess before I apply it. So I am just going to warm up the contour area of my face. I have no powder products on my face at all right now. So let's see. Wow, okay. I don't know if you can see on camera, but this is definitely pigmented. It's warming up this area. Unfortunately, I do have a breakout right in the contour area, so that's annoying. But it's warming it up. It's not patchy. I really like the tone of this. It's not too ashy. It's not too gray looking, so I think it's good for summer. And it's not pulling orange at all. I can usually get away with like a more orange bronzer just because of my skin tone, but it's not orange at all on me. Okay, so that is the Hollywood Boulevard bronzer. So far, I really, really like it. I like the color of it. I feel like it suits my skin tone, and I'm really excited. I think I finally got a Kylie product that I am going to use on a daily basis. I'm really excited. So I'm going to apply my blush. My favorite blush brush forever now has been the Real Techniques blush brush because I have bigger cheeks and this distributes a lot of product. So I'm going to pick up a lot of blush. That's the one thing I really enjoy doing lately. I feel like it brings the color to my face. I will tap it off a little because I can see that it's picking up a lot of product. The blush is not as powdery as the bronzer when I pick it up though. And I'm just going to pop this onto the apples of my cheeks. I really like this, you guys. I am so impressed. It's definitely pigmented. That is what I was afraid of. I did not want something without pigment. But with blush, you don't want something that's so pigmented that you look like a clown. And I don't feel like it's too pigmented. Like I said, the bronzer picks up more color than the blush. So I think they knew what they were doing when it comes to that. Because you can build up the blush for sure, but you don't go right in straight away looking like a clown. So I use kind of a lot because I am under these harsh lights. I want you guys to be able to see the color change in my face, and I feel like I can definitely see it. And right away, I feel so much better. I feel like there is more life in my face. I feel like there's more dimension to my face. I need that with my facial structure, so really liking that blush. I think it's a beautiful summer color too. I can't even describe it because I suck at describing colors. It's just a very beautiful golden undertone with a pinkish coral blush, so I really like that. Now, I have to decide what highlight I want to use. I think that I want to go in with the darker one because I don't know. I just want to go in with the darker one. So I'm going to go into 90210 with my favorite highlighting brush from Morphe. This is the R36, the same one that works with the highlighters for me. I'm going to pick up some of this highlighter. There is not any powdery buildup, so that was just the bronzer. So far, there's nothing kicking up, so that's good. Alright, so let's put this highlighter to the test. It is the darker one, so it might not be as blinding as the light one. But I kind of want to wear this makeup to work, so I'm not going too crazy. Oh yeah, the pigment is there. This reminds me a lot of Salted Caramel. I will tell you that it's way more blinding than the original highlighters. So I think this formula is different. Ooh, I really love this. This brush is also pretty magical, so if you don't own it, if you have trouble with any of your highlighters, I suggest trying this one out because it makes all highlighters really pick up and look amazing. So that right there is the darker highlight color. I really, really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and even out my other cheekbone. And I don't know if I want to alter this look by using the light one, but I do want to give you guys a full review. I don't know. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm going to grab, I already have some highlight on my collarbone, but I'm going to grab that light one just to see if it flies up. It doesn't. Okay, so neither one of the highlighters and the blush kick up any powder when I use it. So only the bronzer kicks up some powder. So I'm picking up the lighter shade and I'm gonna just pop it onto my collarbone. I don't know. I really don't know if that's picking up on camera, but I can see it in real life. It's more of like a yellowy like white gold color. So there we have it. This face palette from the KoKo Collection is a huge hit with me. I was very skeptical. If you guys are following me on Twitter at the time of the launch, I was not sure if I wanted this face palette because of the past formulas with the blushes and everything. So I am very impressed. I recommend trying this out for yourself. If you were skeptical about it like me, then just know that I ended up liking it. I really do like it. The only thing to keep in mind is that the bronzer does kick up a little bit of product, so tap that off before you use it. And I think this is beautiful. I do think it would be beautiful on many different skin tones. The only thing that might not work for some deeper skin tones is the bronzer because it is more of a light colored bronzer, but everything else in here I feel like would suit all different skin tones. Especially the highlighters, I think that the darker one is very beautiful. I really like it. That's the one I think I will be using on a daily basis. I have been using my Salted Caramel highlighter from Kylie, so I'm excited to maybe move another Kylie product into my daily wear products. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys want to check out the lip swatch video, I will have that link down below and in a little card when it is up. I am actually wearing one of the liquid lipsticks out of the second KoKo collection right now. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and head over to that other video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did find this video to be helpful and you liked it, then please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and hopefully I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.